Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is the Sexton II. It's the Tier 3 British SPG. It's located on the north spawn of Mines and it's under the command of Talon 1958. And the Arty which he's in has actually got his son's name on the side. It says Remy. Now Remy's at school now. So his dad is getting extra time to play the game as well as watch the videos. He normally watches these videos with his son. And well, he's headed off down to Nigel's spot. It's a little spot we found in C1, which is very OP for shooting at the enemy on the hill. Well, he's got the 25-pounder gun loaded, and he's got 112 shells with 280 alpha penetrating 22mm. And he's aiming for the entrance to the castle, dialing in. Now, one thing about Talon is he's very precise with his aim, very good shot. So these tanks, well, fires around in and narrowly misses that Striv. Narrowly misses him. Well, that M3 just took a big hammering. But the Striv, well, he's not going around the corner. Not for the moment. Lining up a shot. Fires the round in. Oh, no, it was a bit too late. He moved forward. That Panzer 1C managed to make it across the gap, but he was badly hit. So's the Striv. We're dialing in. It's one shell every 12 seconds normally, but with a good crew you can get it up a little more, a little faster. He's lining up the Striv, fires the round in, kill shot! That's his first kill. Now the Sexton II is actually based on the hull of the Grizzly, the M4, the Canadian version of the M4. The Canadians realised the Americans were producing enough M4s for everybody's needs, and the British Army had a need for an SPG, and they couldn't use the Priest, although they did buy some, because it had a 105mm gun, and of course they needed to use the 25-pounder shell, which is the same for all of their other Arties. So what they did instead was they asked the Canadians, the Montreal Locomotive Works, to actually convert some of the Grizzlies they produced into Sextons. And they did, and they produced over 2,150 of them. And they were so good, they were still in service with the British Army way up into the mid-50s. Okay, getting ready for the Panzer 4A. Panzer 4A fires the round in, just fell short. The Panzer 4A pulled back in time to avoid the shell. Okay, there he is, moving up into the castle grounds. Rounds out, just misses him again. Okay, now we found one of the enemy Arties, the Su-26, and he's gone. We're 2 tanks up on the enemy at the moment. They haven't done rather well. They've lost a lot of tanks. Going for that Panzer 4A again. Rounds out. Direct hit, and he goes down. And Talon picked up some damage assistance there because he tracked the vehicle and it was hit and killed directly afterwards. So now he's looking towards the enemy cap area. And I think he's going to move up because we're 2 tanks up on the enemy. And I think he wants to get closer so he can get a shorter reaction time. You see the other Arty on our team, the Su-26, he's ahead of us. There is another Arty, it's an M7 Priest. Oh, the Su-26 took a big shot. And he's gone down to a tank destroyer, an M3 GFT. So I suspect he's on that little corner. I don't think he's over there. I think that M3 GFT is over on the corner by grid square K4. But he's dialing in on that spot there, and he's indicated it on the map to let everyone know that's exactly where we're looking. Well, fired a round in at the bushes, no result. We've got a red line there, so we can't shoot there. There's the M3G, so he was right. It was there, not where I thought it was. He's dialing in. Now, will it change direction? We lost sight of him there for a moment. In fact, we're the next one in line for that M3G FT. And we might get hit by him, but there he is. And we've got a red line. We fire around in and get a hit. It looks like he's coming for us. He fires one round in, gets a hit. We're trying to weave to throw off the shell. And the M3 GFT goes down. Taken out by our M2 medium. So we got the spotting damage on that one. It was spotting for our team in an Arty. Okay, we're hugging the rock for the moment because there are two enemy Artys, an M7 Priest and a Bison. Now, I was actually told the other day that I was mispronouncing the name of the Bison, the Sturmpanzer 1. It was actually called Bison because an I is pronounced with an E in German. Now, hopefully other people remember that when they see Bison in future, because that's what it should be called. So Sturmpanzer 1 or Bison. Okay, go for that Panzer 3G. Was it? No, Panzer 2G. Sorry, it's the one with the auto cannon. And he keeps moving, so it's difficult for us to dial in on the target. But he goes down to a... I think it was the Churchill got him in the end. No, it was actually a Valentine AT. Looking for a target. We haven't got a target on that M2 medium. We can't hit him, but we can certainly look for the enemy Arty. There is only one left. It's the M7 Priest. So we're looking for the Tracer. Now, it's a little trick that we learned as Arty players is if you turn off all visual cues, it makes it much easier to see the Tracer from the enemy Arty. We'll turn it back on again. Oh, some of our guys are taking damage, and one of our players, the M2 medium, has actually turned blue. Now, I don't think he entered the battle as blue, but he must have done some team damage somewhere along the line. We're going back to Nigel's spot, and oh, the M2 medium goes down to their M2 medium. Now, I know it looks like we're having swimming lessons, but it really is quite a good spot to actually shoot from. Instead, he's going to move closer to the cap, see if we can get the angle on that M2 medium. Now this is interesting. Is he going to go to the plateau above the cap? Certainly, the better the angle he can get. Oh, there they are. Two of them. An M2 medium and the Marder. Well, he's going to go for the Marder first. Tank destroyer. Based on the Panzer II. Dialing in. Perfect shot. Beautifully fired. And he kills him with one shot. That's what I'm telling you about. Talent has got talent. He really has. He knows how to dial in on a target. And if he gets a shot like that, he doesn't miss. Changing the angle again on that M2 medium. He's also going to make it safe for himself, because remember that enemy still has an M7 Priest. He doesn't want to get spotted and then taken out of the battle by an M7 doing the same to him as he's about to do to that M2 medium. Rounds in. Oh, kill shot! 3 kills for Talon. There's only 2 left on the enemy team, and unfortunately one's an FCM 36 Pack 40, the OP tier 3 French tank destroyer, which is, well, it's a premium vehicle and it's very, very OP because it's got the 75mm Pack 40 gun. Very, very dangerous gun, that. Fast reload, high damage, and then of course that M7 Priest. But Talon's not afraid, and he's moving forward with his teammates to a new firing position so he can get at the enemy. And I think he might try a few snapshots in on the enemy cap area to try and get shots on the enemy that might be defending. And that's the corner you'd expect a tank destroyer to be sitting in. He might fire a round in there just to get a see if the enemy's there. No, he's not there. Well, the Panzer 1C's managed to make it in. We're now looking for the enemy Arty. Just see if he's in that corner. Panzer 1C's taken up position in the dip on the side of the cap. There's the FCM Pack 40. Now, can we get him as well? Be very nice if we could. Certainly if we can get a piece of him. He's hiding in that corner. Talon's dialed in, fires a round in, goes long. He's trying to readjust the aim, and now it's just the Arty. Now he's going to move in, because he can always shotgun that Arty at close range. Panzer 1C's going looking for the 105mm armed priest. He's not where he's supposed to be. So it looks like he's taken up position. He may be on the South Island. No, he's on the Middle Island. The Valentine's just found him. And we're not in a position so we can shoot at this moment. We need to get closer around the hill so that we can line up a shot. And we don't need to, because the Valentine's taken care of business. Or has he? No, he hasn't. I thought for a second he had taken care of business. He hasn't. Okay. Extending our aim. And the priest goes down to the Valentine. Game over. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. Not the right page. This is the right page. And, well, it's first class tanker to Talon 1958 in the Sexton II. He didn't get any other medals during that game, unfortunately, but he did have a very high win rate, 3,200 and, is that 87? My eyesight deceives me because I'm getting very old. Yes, it's 87, I believe. And when you look at the team scores, we can see that he did get the third highest damage in the game. The highest damage actually went to the Panzer S35, the Samur conversion. That was 692 hit points for him. The Bison managed 642. And then we've got Talon, who managed to get 524. When it came to kills, though, it was actually shared between the S35, Talon Sexton II, and the Valentine AT. All got 3 kills apiece. And when it came to base XP, well, he was actually in third place. The Panzer S35 managed to get 871, the Valentine AT 606, and Talon managed 446. He fired 14 rounds, got 5 direct hits and 3 penetrations, and 3 splash. Damage of 524 hit points, of which 453 were at more than 300 meters. He did receive 1 hit. It was a penetration during that battle. That was from the M3 GFT. And he also managed to damage 5 of the enemy, kill 3, and did 113 hit points of damage assistance. On a premium count, he earned 14,018 credits from the game. And after repair and ammunition resupply, took away 12,149 credits. He earned 669 XP, times 2 for the first victory, got a mission completion reward, and took home 2,830. So not a bad little game in the Sexton II. Shows how powerful that Nigel spot is on the Mines map. And also how you really, if you want to get good effects and good hits on the enemy, let the thing dial in. You saw Talon dial in closely on 2 targets, take them out, no trouble whatsoever on that Marder and the M2 Medium. So if you enjoyed that battle, please like, share and subscribe, and thank you for watching.